Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 as King Bernard of West Francia in Italy, now openly in revolt against the illegitimate Emperor Odilo the Unready of the Holy Roman Empire. This is the revolt war for my claim on the Empire, so hopefully we win this one. It will see us back in our rightful place. So the main army of our revolt is here attempting to catch this army from the HRE, but we are not going to catch them, or they are not going to catch them, since this revolt is currently being ruled by the Count. We don't technically get to be in charge of it, but we have about 6,000, 7,000 troops of our own raised, and we're going to help out as much as we can. So let's unpause here, and we did lose this little battle up here, and it seems that he isn't following us, so we don't need to disband this army. At least not yet. So the revolt army is following the Emperor's army and is still not going to catch them. We could potentially try to head them off. We have kind of equal numbers. Guess we'll see if this changes their mind about going there. Yeah, this Count has usurped something. Okay. We did change their mind, so the army is going to catch them here, which is fine. The morale should be mostly recovered by the time they get there, certainly over half, and we can send in another 3,000 troops pretty quickly to reinforce. Yep, they are going to be caught. And a son was born to Prince Charles, named Charles, okay. Again, a fairly undistinguished character, that's fine. Did cross a river going in here, but I think, especially once our reinforcements arrive, then we're going to be just fine. And let's take a look at what's going on down here in Italy. We are hostile to Middle Francia, but they're not technically a participant in this war, so we won't get any war score from fighting them. This army of the Emperor, though, we would get war score from fighting. However, we don't really have the numbers to be comfortable doing that. I think for now, we just find a mountainous county in here to park our troops in. We'll be content with these hills for the moment, I think. So we're into this battle here, and we are winning. We'll absolutely follow. Try to wipe out this army. Got 14% war score from it. And captured a duke. Okay, let's let our army rendezvous and get together into one large stack for safety's sake, if nothing else. And this army here is sieging us. This seems to be the main enemy force. I don't see any other large ones. Are hostile to this army here as well, but this is vassals too, so they aren't direct participants in the war. We'll just follow the revolt army and support it if it gets into any battles. Now, let's not follow too close so that it suffers attrition, though. That's not good. Hopefully it's heading down here to try and attack this army. It does kind of seem to be the case. We'll also have this other army nearby to help out once they get down there. And Roland de Bretagne has died, bedridden and infirm at the age of 74, so he had a good run. No longer the Marshal. So, I was going to say we could appoint Prince Charles, but it turns out he's no longer the best person for the job. Our brother Prince Herbert is, so we'll appoint him. for the moment. He's leading troops apparently, so probably just let him continue doing that. And I really just hope that this revolt army does not run into any of these hostile but not actually participating in the war armies. Lose a bunch of troops for no reason. Seems like he's avoiding them though. Which is good news. And a granddaughter. An illegitimate granddaughter born to my daughter, Princess Margot. Not sure I like that, but what can we do, I suppose? Yeah, and he is heading in here to attack the army, unfortunately in the mountains. So I wonder whether we just sit this battle out or actually go in and help. Well, the Emperor's army is on the move, so it seems like they don't like this battle. Assuming it's going to happen. They are actually going to escape, though there's a lot of mountains around here, so it seems to be pretty likely that they'll get good defensive terrain wherever the battle actually ends up happening. But we'll stick close. Oh, they did actually catch them, okay. I think we will get our army in to help out. Probably gonna win anyway, but let's see. Apparently we won a little battle in there, okay. And these 500 troops are headed into Lombardy, where my 6,000 are parked, so if they want to do that, that's absolutely fine, I suppose. Won that battle up to 32%. The revolt army is following to Trent, and will catch the remainder of that army. We'll let them do that. They shouldn't need our help in there. Oh, that other battle was in Lombardy, I guess. Makes sense. Okay. He's following again. And still not any other sizable armies from the Emperor visible. I think this is basically won at this point, since the Emperor is probably just about out of troops. He's got 1,000 left. The revolt army is 4,000, and we've got 8,500 or so to back him up if necessary. Hamelin here claims that he would be a better court chaplain than the bishop. I guess we'll do that. The bishop's infirm. He'll be dead soon, so it doesn't really matter if we annoy him. And this tiny army is heading around over here, so why don't we try and catch it if we can. Arranged marriage from the Byzantine Emperor. He wants his heir to marry my daughter. Alright, they were already betrothed. Yeah, okay, I accept. Try to present it to me like it's your idea. Alright, you're headed over to Genoa. Let's see if we can catch you here. We can, okay. Doesn't matter that much. It's only 100 troops. Alright, so we'll stay close by to the revolt army just in case of any surprise mercenaries or anything like that. But I think as long as he just does a few sieges, we'll be okay. We should be getting some ticking war score at some point for controlling all of our territory as well. though not yet. Not sure how long it takes for that to kick in, but should do at some point. Our grandson needs an education, so... not a marriage, what am I doing here? Educate child. And we can use him for opinion, I suppose. He's not the eldest, right? No, okay. Sure, our Duke of Lombardy. He might become Lombard. Not a big deal. And speaking of the Duke of Lombardy, he's given me bizarre and repulsive evidence concerning this bishop's sexual preferences. This is the infirm bishop that we just fired from the council, I think. Yeah. I think we just want to keep it to ourselves. Like I said, he'll be dead soon. A son was born to my niece. An illegitimate son, I guess. Okay. And my grandson makes sure everyone gets exactly the same amount of whatever sweets the cook gives the children. So he'll become just. Which is fine by me. Oh, I guess we're getting Ticking War against us because he controls the entire empire. Well, hopefully that won't continue for much longer, since siege was just about to... Oh, that was the siege finishing? Was it something happening up here? Anyway, my brother is concerned that he's still not married. Okay. He has a weak claim on Saxony. I think once we're the Emperor, we'll probably press that claim. Put him in charge, though he likely won't stay in charge very long, since it's still full of pagans. But we'll find him someone nice, I suppose. Duchess of Cologne. No, I don't think so. Sure, just this courtier will do fine, I suppose. And a son was born to my son, so a grandson. Not a special character in any way, but that's okay. Unfortunate that we can't really see the siege progress here, but I guess it'll happen eventually. Siege of the trade post of Rosello. Okay. Not really a big deal. The Duke of Lombardy is no longer guardian of my grandson. Alright, so we have a new Duchess of Pisa, who is 3 years old, and a new Duchess of Lombardy. Okay. Who is 7 years old, but extremely happy with me. That's fine, we do need to get a new spy master, though. And this Duke, I guess, is the best man for the job. We'll have him go study technology. And we need to get Gilbert here, new educator. We can use him for opinion as well. Yeah, with the Doge of Genoa, why not? Genoa. I'm not sieging holdings myself, incidentally, because I don't think my sieges will count towards the actual rebellion, since we're not technically a participant in this war. I mean, we're participating as a vassal of the revolter, but I don't think our sieges count for war score. I guess we can try it anyway, just in case. We don't really want to fight this Middle Frankian army either. I don't think we need to stay nearby to support the revolt army. I think they're going to be just fine at this point. And you improved the opinion of the Emperor. Okay. Thinks I'm a traitor, but otherwise, he's pretty positive about me for some reason. That's fine. They did finish the top holding there, so wiped out the ticking war score against us. I guess maybe we don't get a ticking war score for controlling all of our holdings. I think we would be getting it by now if we were going to. Perhaps it depends on the type of revolt. Oh, this is actually not controlled by the Emperor. The Pope is in revolt. Also, interesting. Is he? Seems to be independent. Was he just granted independence? Alright then. I guess we'll head over to Provence then. We'll leave the land over here alone for the revolt to siege. I'm not sure if we can see what exactly happened. Yeah, this is just the elections. We don't know how he became independent. Your mission to Istria has been a success. The Emperor's even a bigger fan. Well, I guess that's useful. He'll be a little less unhappy when I steal his throne out from under him. So we'll see what we get, if anything, out of sieging here. And we could maybe try to make sure that we kill any of the Emperor's troops that happen to pass close by. And we've died. Okay, well I guess this is going to end our war. Radolf of the Holy Roman Revolt has declared his war for the Holy Roman Empire on the Emperor. Okay. We died a maimed cripple, so we're now King Charles, former Prince Charles. We have a new heir, who is our son Bernard, of course. We do need to get him educated, along with a few other children. That has ended the revolt inconclusively, but we should have claim on the Empire ourselves, so we can always get another revolt started. But what is this current war that's going on? Holy Roman Revolt for my cousin's claim on the Emperor, I guess? Or on the Empire? But definitely not as big a revolt as the previous one, and very unlikely to be successful. Okay, well that's fine. We are only at 55% strength in the realm right now. Anyway, let's get our various things taken care of here. We need to nominate successors for our kingdoms, all of which are going to be our eldest son, I suppose. Hope that our vassals will vote for them. And we need to nominate a successor for the Empire as well. Can we nominate ourselves? We can. Okay. Let's get all of these children educated. This is our second son, I think, so we'll educate him personally. That was the wrong one. And we'll educate you personally as well. And you we'll give to somebody for opinion. Seems like our vassals are mostly pretty well disposed towards us. I'll give this guy to the Grand Mayor. We can usurp a title. I don't think that's going to be necessary. We can pick a character focus. I think we'll go for family for the moment, just for the extra diplomacy. Alright, pretty disappointing that we had the succession right at that moment when we were over 50% of the way to becoming the new emperor. That's okay, we'll be able to do it again, and hopefully be in charge of the faction ourselves this time so that we can actually have it fire and be in charge of it. and everything can happen according to plan. But we're out of time for this episode, so we'll have to leave it here and start putting our plans into motion in the next time. So thanks for watching, and join me again then.